And here we go. Gonna let everything load a little bit. My hair is so long and it is so hot today. Come on, chat, load. I want to see the rest of what Joel just said. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on, chat. Come on. Are we going to have chat problems today? Is that what's going on? Apparently not. It's just that Joel typed like really close to me opening the main screen. Good afternoon, Sharon and Joel. Hope your day is going well. It's going well, but I am super hot right now. So I'm going to be like about 15% more miserable than I usually am when I draw for you guys. We're still having bot issues, apparently. I'm gonna post the rules real quick, because it's important to post the rules. Sometimes I forget. I apologize for that. But as I was saying, it is incredibly hot today. Therefore, ta-da! And I got a new Kool-Aid I want to try. I actually bought like a month ago and I never got around to it. It's a store brand and the flavor is like a mix of strawberry, watermelon. Haven't tried it before. I actually waited for the stream to start so I could try it and you guys get my reaction firsthand. I put too much, but this is absolutely delicious. Can't really see the watermelon in here. Definitely see the strawberry. But it also tastes like a really sweet apple. But I'm glad to finally be drinking something. So, quick talk. As you guys know, I like to talk a little bit about when I have some art, some traditional art done before I do the actual stream. I have repeated the fabric marker as a sketching tool for watercolors test after watching another YouTube video. I wish I had saved it or put it in my favorites or something so I could actually link to it. Yeah, watermelon is good. Usually when I can taste it, I don't taste it at all in this mix. And because I would love to link to it. And like I watch a lot of YouTube during the day, so it's like way far in the history. But basically I have two tests here that I've done with it. Both tests I learned from this one so I could do this one, and I'm actually featuring this one in my in this month's newsletter, which you can subscribe to. It's in my link tree and stuff like that. It's pinned on most of my accounts. So basically what happened here is that I left the water sit too long and I rubbed it across the line art a bit too long, because even if your ink is waterproof, there's only so much it can handle. So that's why it's all muddy and messy, because the water is contaminated. But the drawing is absolutely perfect here. Because I used the marker for the sketch, there. Ta-da. Because I used a marker for the sketch, there is no pencil indent from sketching. The line art is not broken down by an eraser from erasing because I used water. I did the sketch with this water-soluble fabric marker. And then I inked on top of that, directly on top of the sketch. I let it dry for minimum an hour, but I always recommend more. Then I passed a wash. Just gonna grab the brush I used. Once again, I wish I could give you credits for the material I used, but this brush is like completely nameless. It could be from the dollar store, I have no idea. And I ran a wash. I'm gonna have to look at the screen. I ran a wash only section by section of water. And as soon as all the blue ink from the marker disappeared, I quickly dabbed the extra water with a tissue. And then I went on the next section, and so on and so forth. And then I had perfectly clean line art. I didn't study for those 2 tests. Anyone wants to give me the cheat sheet? I'm giving it to you right now, buddy. Listen. If anything, I'm encouraging you guys to try some tests. If you have an idea of something to do with your art supplies, run some tests. Don't worry. Yeah, but I paid a lot of money. This was from AliExpress. This is probably from the dollar store. This is like shit tier watercolor paper that I hate using, so I only use it for tests. Even the ink that I use wasn't even that expensive. Do I remember the price? No. But it is from the Japanese version of the Deleter website. This one is black number 4. You guys might remember that I also started with a bottle of black number 1. Black number 4 is supposed to be their blackest ink, and it's supposed to be waterproof. I believe we have our proof. This thing is solid. My only complaint is it doesn't smell like fresh, clean mud like Deleter 1. I don't even know why Deleter 1 smells like mud. I just know it's a really nice smell. Hi, Coco! So yeah, now we know. Of course, I don't usually put the tests on the store. I'd rather be done experimenting before putting stuff on the store. I will, however, show you. I got some Rooney. There. That. Samplings. I had Rooney before. Rooney, macaroni, ink, watercolors. I ended up giving them away because I basically stopped using them in favor of Gensei Tambi. But I was like, it's a test. I don't really feel like taking out an entire box of Gensei Tambi. Sharon's disappointed it doesn't smell like burning jet fuel. You should smell that ink I was talking about. It smells great. It's like really clean mud right after a good rain. But yeah, my Daily Rowney little sample that I got once in an Art Snacks subscription box, back when I could afford subscription boxes. But yeah, in the hues Cobalt Violet hue, Permanent Mauve, Quinacridone. I can't say Daily Rowney correctly, but Quinacridone, premier coup, no problem. Quinacridone, Magenta, and Purple Lake. So there you go, that's the colors I use. Sometimes it's fun to work in a limited palette. Especially when you're too damn lazy to get out the big palette. What I'm saying is, it's always nice to challenge yourself. Which is what I did yesterday with the Colors of the Month Challenge livestream. In which we also figured out why I couldn't stream to YouTube last weekend, because apparently Streamlabs decided, oh well, they're having a problem with YouTube. So what we're going to do is, without telling them, we're going to take away the connection to Restream and put it on Twitch and never tell them. And I figured that out, that the connection was forced onto their built-in Twitch connection. Like, the second before going online. So that's one problem solved. That's always nice. So we're just gonna scoot this over right here. Then we're going to hide my big face so we can get to the meat of the live stream, which is actually not my big face. I know some of you will be disappointed. Same tick, yeah, okay. And oh wait, it's right here. The internet is one screwy place for content creators. You don't say. Oh man. If we were to start talking about that, we will not be done until tomorrow. And that would be the abridged version. Also, do you guys like my hair? It's too long, but I bothered to wash it before the stream. Then I put some argan oil in it. It smells nice. And it makes my hair slightly less feathery. Now, I don't know if the store stopped being a little bitch, if the Stream Avatar store stopped being a little bitch, but yesterday we had Samurama that came visit us for a little bit, and his avatar had a little Mega Man helmet. So there's that. Maybe the store is fixed, I don't know. Alright, let's go take a quick look-see at the script. Open companion mode. And then we're gonna get started, and everybody's going to be happy because it's bootleg cooking. That's what we're here for, and not just for my sparkling personality. Sharon, no swearing. There's children present. I have an itchy eye for some reason. The fact that Joel is like half my age. Kind of like, you can't tell me what to do, bitch. Hi, Sakura. It's been a while. Hi. How you doing? Internet sucks for content creators, period. Yes. Yes. Yes, I agree wholeheartedly. If you guys were wondering why I went quiet just for a little bit, Lily was doing her little. She's asleep right now, and she's having a little dream. And when she has a little dream, she sounds like what's the name of that in English? A guinea pig. And I went to look, and she's sleeping. She's asleep. Her eyes are a little open, and she's doing a little blep. So I had to take a picture. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, it's been a while. Been a ride, I tell you. I can't imagine. I've seen pictures here and there. Because we follow each other on other social media. I am in some. I'm doing great. I am incredibly busy. That was a butt dial. That was a very clear butt dial. Your butt dial has good grammar. You have an educated butt, Coco. I'm laughing, but she probably does. I mean, she's very smart. Come on, Zoom. Stop messing with me. Do you think robot dogs dream of electric bones? I'm moving to another room. My pocket commented for me. Also, it wasn't your pocket. It was your phone. Because your phone said, I am in some. And your phone meant to say, I am in some pocket. As I was saying, not just with the... I'm busy, but not just with the live stream. Like, of course, I'm doing Bootleg Cookie. I'm doing the current Super Mario Adventures Continue. The suggestion bar must have been triggered. No, it's okay. It's funny. Your phone asked for release from the pocket. It's dark in here. I'm scared. But as I was saying, I'm also working on the current Super Mario Adventures Continued comic power trip. We're past the halfway point so far. But this month, after I'm done with another 2-page comic, I had typed it and it autofilled the rest. I still prefer my idea that your phone was scared of the dark. I gotta start working on Barbarian Queen Charybdis. The Kickstarter is premiering in October. And, sorry, I had to take my dog out. Who let the dog out? Woo, 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 woo. Besides, that's why we keep an archive on YouTube. So for people that missed some spots, or just couldn't be there because I live stream at a very odd hour, because it's the only free time I have, you can then watch at your leisure as I complain and get myself drunk on Kool-Aid. But yeah, I have made the first side quest of Barbarian Queen Charybdis available in early access for Patreon subscribers. And there's also for Ko-fi members in the shop. There's a temporarily quote-unquote free version. Why it's quote-unquote? Because you need to be a member, which means you have to pay to be a member on Ko-fi to have access to the PDF. Either way, on Patreon or on Ko-fi, you have early access to the first side quest of Barbarian Queen Charybdis. It's an ash can. It's tiny. The story itself is only 2 pages long. And on the 15th, I'm going to make it available for everybody to purchase. It's still going to be early access, because then it will be available for Kickstarter supporters, so we can get a full Barbarian Queen Charybdis story out and then we'll keep going depending on the demand. But like Slink is already super popular, so I'm not really worried about what's going to happen to Barbarian Queen Charybdis. It's 6:20 p.m. for me. This is a pretty reasonable time for us. 1 p.m. ain't that odd. Well, tell that to the algorithm, Joe. Mom's hair is really long. Charybdis looks like a great book so far. Thank you, Paul. Hi, Bianca. Beep beep. Hello. Damn, it's a already super busy Sunday for me. I'm not complaining. And yeah, like, Paul probably already downloaded his PDF because he's one of the supporters. And like, it's only 2-page, but I put so much effort in those 2 pages because I was thinking I wanted to match the ink density and quality of the Warren comics, like Creepy and Eerie. Like, I have this huge collection on my iPad. Back when Comixology was worth it. Anyway. How painfully hot is Canada at the moment, and when can I migrate? You can migrate next month, because right now, just today, it's incredibly uncomfortable, and I hate myself, but I won't hate myself for too long as soon as it cools off again tonight. How are you doing today, my friend? I just woke up and I'm doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Just finished talking about everything I've been doing. Oh, by the way, Paul, I'll do my best to mail this Monday. Hot weather sucks ass. Yes, it does. I agree. It's terrible. It's like I keep saying, you know? I'm already on Hardy Razor. Good. It's like I keep saying, when it's cold, you can keep adding layer and layer and layer and layer. When it's hot, there's only so many layers you can take off before they start calling the cops. I can't wait for cold weather. I'm happy with just like fall or spring weather. Like, okay, it can get a little cold, it can get a little hot. Oh, you're a piece of fluff. I thought you were a mosquito. And but like summer and winter, especially in Canada, winter, I don't like it. Winter is nice right up until the 2nd of January. As soon as you have to take off all the Christmas decoration, winter is no longer cute and fun. It's horrible and I don't want to drive in it. Okay? Okay. Weather that is balanced. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Smash that mosquito button, gamers. Smashing that like and subscribe button, both at the same time with the same finger. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but do it. This is my favorite way of doing the shrugging hand. I am happy I feel more relaxed since my stupid brother is gone. God, I hate him being so damn selfish and mean to my family. It's 90 degrees today. It's really effed for this area. Okay, so everybody is hot today. I'm gonna start putting the text before you guys start wondering what the heck is Shiro. Sharon, would you ever consider taking the rest of your question? There it is. In apprentices or vassals in the future. Oh man, if I could afford it. Oh my god, I would kill for a couple of assistants. Honestly, I would kill for a Klondike bark, but still, you guys get what I mean. Like when I have to try and figure out what the hell's going wrong with the software and stuff like that, and then be just like, Vassal number 1. Plus, what sucks is that I don't really have a lot of place. This studio is like Shiro sized only. Like, it's not like I could be working on a computer and the apprentice could work on a drawing desk because I keep poking them with the chair. Plus the dog would want attention and distract the apprentice. Yeah, there's that. But if the apprentice is distracted, I am not distracted, and I get to continue working. For those of you who were there yesterday, for yesterday's live stream, y'all remember Lily tried to jump into my lap, and she hooked the wire for the camera, and... Then I kept getting notifications from my day job, and the day job was only testing stuff in Microsoft Teams. And then my mom kept sending me notifications after notifications, even if I kept telling her that no, I am live streaming right now. To tell me that my dad was coming to drop us some stuff, and finally he showed up like 5 minutes after I did the live stream. A busy sharing is a happy sharing. Then I am incredibly happy like I am positively bursting with happiness. Oh, Coco's pocket is texting again. Coco's pants have a lot to say today. They're like my dog. They have an opinion and they're going to share it. So I love my tab mate, and it's getting on with years and the wheel is broken. But I'm debating if I should buy another tab mate or if I should get something else. Because the thing is, I really like the fact that I can carry the tab mate. Or should I get like a Bluetooth controller that I could program like a tab mate? I know how. So, or should I get like that tour box thing? I don't know what I should do. I wish Wanderoos were that talented. Maybe one day, Joel. Because right now, because the wheel is broken, and I was using the wheel to zoom in and out. But I can't anymore because the wheel is broken. So, basically what I do is I keep the tab mate in my hand, but then I use my middle finger to rub up and down on the tactile wheel of my Magic Mouse. It works just as well, but at the same time, you know, I used to... When you have something, it's nice when all the buttons work, is what I'm saying. Because here's the thing, I love my tab mate, but from what I've read, reviews and stuff like that, they haven't fixed the problem with the wheel breaking. That's why I'm considering moving to a different tool. But I'm doing a lot of research because these things are expensive. See if it's worth buying another tab mate or getting a tour box or another Bluetooth controller. I mean, another thing I can do, and I've done it before, would be to grab one of my Joy-Cons from the Switch and program it as a Bluetooth controller for drawing. I've done it before, I know how. But I don't really want to do it because it doesn't sit in the hand as nicely as the TabMate. Like, it's super important to me to be at peak comfort when drawing, so I don't hurt myself. I've had days when I hurt myself for different reasons, and I was forced to stop drawing for a day or two. And I was miserable! The wheel on Sharon's mouse go broke. No, my mouse is fine. It's my TabMate's wheel that's broken. That's why it's important to listen, Joel. I've been pretty distracted, having some issues, lots of pain, walking plus low money supply, no sales in my coffee shop to make sure the difference, and it's frustrating to say the least. Oh, you're a mod, Coco. Plug your shop while you're here. You can post links normally since you're a mod. Post links, sell some stuff. Go, people, go buy Coco's art. The last bit is giving me panic attacks. Yeah. Who has time to listen? Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, find time, buddy. Like, peer pressure doesn't work on me, but I will use peer pressure on you guys to go and take a look at Coco's shop. I like drawing myself with itty bitty titties. Nobody needs to know they're actually the same size as I draw my mom's. Love Coco's watercolors. If anyone wants my shop, do you need some attention? Love Coco's watercolors. Yeah, because she's been working really hard on them. They look lovely. zoom that in so I can use my arm more and less my wrist. Watercolors is the best. Stares at Joel. And the timing too. Stares at Joel. Joel. Coco's watercolors are the best. Damn right I'm giving my mom the cartoon eyelashes because my mom is a lot more feminine than I am. I'm not sure what I am, but I'm not going to question it because I enjoy what I am.
I am what I am, and that's what I am. Yuck.
I have been working, not even playing, I'm calling it working, on gathering costumes in Tears of the Kingdom. Yesterday I managed to get the Royal Guard set. I don't know what I'm going to try to get today. I know I want more bubble gems. I just need two more, and I get the Mystic Hat. And then my Inuyasha cosplay in-game will be complete. But I still got, like, I've got the Vest of the Depth, I think it's called, and I still need the helmet and the shoes. And I think I'm missing the hat for the Zonite set, which helps your battery life for your built stuff with Zonite items. I got the miner's trousers, so that means I need the vest and the hat. Like, I know where I'm at right now. I found a shrine, and not far from it there's a hole to go in the depths, so I want to go in there and then go back to where the shrine is so I can awaken the light root. And I hate the light root system because it only lights up a wee little bit of the map each time. And the depths is just not that interesting. But you know what's interesting? Coco's watercolor. Now we talking. If you want something interesting, that's where you want to go to Coco's shop to buy her watercolors. This livestream not sponsored by Coco. Like when I did that comic about the Shakti mat. This comic not sponsored by Shakti mat. I am starting to handle the damn thing a little bit better. But it's still hard to get off of it after the 20 minutes. I can paint almost anything. Oh man, I wish I had a little Jevil animation ready for that. I can paint anything, World Revolve. But it's true. I mean, I've seen her watercolors, and if you don't believe me, go to her shop and look at them yourself. Shiro, stop talking about Coco's watercolors. No! I'll keep talking about it as much as I want because it's my live stream and I do what I want. And no, it's not that I'm planning to draw my doctor as a purple people. He's really bald. Watercolor is fun. It is. On good paper, it's fun. On shit tier paper, it's a chore, but when you got the good paper... I'm just gonna show off my good paper. At least what I consider the good paper. This is Fluid 100 Easy Block by Speedball, I believe. Yes! Speedballart.com. So basically what this one does, it's got a beautiful texture compared to my shit tier one. And it's glued on top and the bottom, so there's less buckling when you add water. Because actually, normally preparing a watercolor paper is a chore and a half, and I can't be arsed, because when I want to draw now. I don't want to draw an hour after I tape down the paper and then buttered it with water and let it dry to stretch it. This is actually way better. It's expensive, but it's way better. I am willing to spend money so I don't get bored. And for the record, the shit tier watercolor paper is Hilroy brand. And the texture on the paper is literally like embossed in it. You don't get that kind of texture by mixing paper. Like, I can see that the texture is the same per page. And it's a very big texture, so you know it's embossed. It's like printed on. It's a little hard to explain. But what I am saying is watercolor paper is not supposed to look like that. Ooh, tree. No, that's not gonna work. That is too small. And here we go. Joel, it's your favorite part! Hilroy paper has a candle wax texture. It's awful. Ugh. Like, Hilroy is good. Like, for making those file holders. Fuck the name of that is that in English. Des cartables. I don't want to say Trapper Keepers because Trapper Keeper is a brand, and Hilroy was not in charge of that. But their art paper, I believe I am allowed to be a little snobbish on that part. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more fairies. There we go. Anybody else looking forward to the Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Star remake? I am living for it. I want to see what they decided to keep, what they decided to change. Like, I want to see what they decide to do with Culex. Okay? The whole point of Culex was that it was 2D. It was very flat compared to the isometric 3D of Super Mario RPG. He was a reference to Final Fantasy, but it did not come from a Final Fantasy game. So I want to see if they're going to keep him 2D or if he's going to be 3D, or if they're going to replace him with a more well-known character. I hope not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. And I like that game. I just do. I can't 100% it, but what game can I 100% Chrono Trigger? But Shiro, you keep saying Final Fantasy VI is your favorite game and you can't 100% it? No. Do you realize that to 100% Final Fantasy VI, I would need to grind Go? And grinding Go is the most boring and time-consuming thing I have ever seen. Not done, seen. I have the Game Boy remastered version. I also did not 100% it because it added some dungeons and I couldn't be arsed. Like, the way they handled the extra dungeons, the extra content, I should say, in Final Fantasy VI for Game Boy was abysmal. And, like, the opposite of how they handled the new content they added to Chrono Trigger, because the new content in Chrono Trigger I actually wanted to play. In the DS version, I actually wanted to play, and I found it super fun. Okay, I didn't really super play with the Monster Trainer mode, but the new dungeons? Yes! Whenever I replay Chrono Trigger, I usually reach for my DS version, just so I can play the new dungeons. I do not have the SNES version, but I do have the PlayStation 1 version, which is pretty close. And we're not even mentioning how many copies of Final Fantasy IV I have. It's not even my favorite, it's 6, but they remade Final Fantasy IV more often than they did 6. Now, 4 is not my first Final Fantasy, 4 is not my favorite Final Fantasy, but it is my first Final Fantasy. It's actually the Final Fantasy that made me try 6, and that's when I fell in love with classic Final Fantasy. Yes, I said classics, because 1 to 6 I actually enjoy. Over that, it's on and off. Like, at around 12, I completely lost interest in Final Fantasy. I have 12. I obviously skipped 11 because it was online only on consoles I did not own. And I don't like gaming on the PC. But I never left the first town of Final Fantasy 12. Because it's Exposition City, and they kept talking and talking and talking and talking and explaining what's going on and talking and talking. And I was like, you know, the one battle you guys let me play wasn't even that fun. Like, I do love 7. I have nostalgia for 7. 7 is good. 7 is really good. Original 7. For some reason, even if I love remaster of games, and you guys know that I love them because I keep buying them, I have absolutely zero interest in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know, it doesn't appeal to me. But you know what's appealing? Coco's watercolors. Go look at them, buy one. And Pixel Remaster actually bothered to try and get the air anchor because apparently the air anchor is supposed to be in the Fanatics Tower and I never find it for some reason. And it's not that hard to navigate the Fanatics Tower. You go up and sometimes there's a door. Yeah, Coco's right. If you don't see what you want in Coco's shop, you can commission her. She's a lot more reasonable than me. By then, the government will hopefully be done harassing me for a while. Yeah, I love that. Are you still disabled? Can you prove it? Freaking hate that. This is not a broken leg, people! Ugh. This is why basic income should be a mandatory thing. Yeah, this arm needs to be thicker. I am a thick blob. I can barely stand long enough to do my own dishes, and going to the grocery store tires me out. And she's sitting when she's working on your commission, so you don't have to worry about that, people. Plus a random panic attacks. That screams employable, doesn't it? I mean, in your defense, retail would only exacerbate the panic attacks. You're an adorable, squishable blob. Thank you. I know. Let's see. I should have some. Not me finally figuring out how this brush works. Oh my god, that's how it's supposed to work. People, I am learning live! Oh my god. Oh my god! The one I had yesterday literally flipped my mood in a matter of 30 seconds. And the government wants you to work in that condition. The government might. It's bitter today, though I'm tired. Rest as much as you can. Rest as hard as you can. Aggressively take a nap. And have some snacks. Or something. A cup of tea, whatever you prefer. I usually always reach for a cup of tea. I like tea. But not too much tea because I have high blood pressure and because my favorite teas happen to be black teas, and there's caffeine in that. And my doctor keeps reminding me not to drink coffee, especially not before a test, and I'm like, thanks. No, I'm 5. And it doesn't matter anyway because I got ADHD and coffee just puts me to sleep. Like, I've never finished a cup. Fell asleep on the table, forehead first, bam! There it is. I've been looking at my eyes recently. The brown is receding more and more. So I might end up with green eyes by the time I'm 60. Like my grandma. For all I know, it's because I'm growing some glaucoma and I don't know it yet. Back up, back up. Beep, beep, beep. Well, I'm going to delete that line. Whoop. Sorry. I never use the express menu. Probably should. A lot of stuff I should probably do, but I don't do. Like, you know, take better care of myself. See, I told you he was really bald. And he's not a purple people. If you guys have seen my newsletter, and if you haven't, I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about it. Just enough to tell you that I have a new free palette up on the shop. It's called Ultimate Dream, a Yoshitaka Amano palette. It's basically a palette based off Yoshitaka Amano's work and the colors he used. And I am asking you politely, like, it's free. It's not supposed to be pay what you want, but it's supposed to be free because the colors were compiled by another artist and offered for free on Tumblr. And I put the credits directly into the palette, so if you install it, there's going to be a line that says who made the color compilation first. Because they're the one that did all the effort. But that's why Kurt Taki is paid, because Kurt Taki, I compiled the colors. See, I'm a dick, but I'm not a complete dick. I'm a reasonable dick. I have to get paid for the effort I put in stuff too, you know? For those who don't know, Yoshitaka Amano being the artist for the classic Final Fantasies, and he's still very prolific. Love him for that. And like, the man is not young, so I'm happy to see him still working. What I'm not happy is when they decided to replace him because his style was probably too normal, quote unquote. Not normal, unique. And not normal, I should say. Then they replace him with what's-his-face, who is now the lead designer on Final Fantasies and other games, I assume. Not saying the other artist is bad. That would be a bald-faced lie. And it's not encouraging to one artist when you pit them against other artists, okay? I just, personally, like Amano's style better because it's more unique. And he's perfectly capable of doing mainstream art. He did the art for Demetan, which is an anime that I used to watch as a kid about a little frog. And he did the Gatchaman, whose English name completely escapes me right now, but is the one with the giant robots and the people dressed like birds. I see I forgot the little spot here. We're gonna take care of that right away. Then gonna do the word bubbles here. Then we're going to add the backgrounds and we'll be done for today. And we should get the message from Paul that today's comic is awesome. Thanks for a wonderful show. Wrap it up, Shiro. Wrap it up. I have a cup of tea to make. If anything, I'm more surprised that Mom is surprised that I have blood pressure issues, and since she's been on my ass for years about going to see a doctor about my heart, because on the Pappy's side, her father's side's family, they all have heart problems. So I'm like, what? Why are you shocked? Thanks for the great show, Sharon. Thanks for the great watercolor, Coco, which are available at her shop, at her Ko-fi shop. Post the link again while I'm finishing up. Paul voice. Today's comic. Well, there it is. There it is. Today's comic was fantastic. Thank you for a wonderful show, Sharon. It's all in good fun. Trollololol. Trollolololololololol. Trollolololol. Trollolololololololol. Trollolololol. Well, if the dog is not awake now, oh yeah, she's wide awake. I wonder why, huh? Yes, you're getting cuddles, I promise. She's looking at me like... Alright, the usual once over to make sure we got everything right. And didn't do too many typos. Ah, look at you. Ça avait débordé. I'm just gonna put a little bit of white here. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah, just a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. Good. That's good. That's very good. We're very good. We're awesome. We rule. All of us. Everybody in the chat. And of course, you guys know what time it is. It's time to give extra special gold foil covered sprinkled thanks to our supporters who, may I remind you, right now you get access, any tier, you get access to everything in any tier. You get access to a Barbarian Queen Charybdis side quest called the Tongue Thing. It's 2 pages, but the PDF has several more pages for the cover and the intro and stuff like that and some fan art. So, if you want to have access to it, you can subscribe to my Patreon. You can also become a member on Ko-fi. It's there too. Extra special thanks to our supporters, Amber B, Paul K, Messenovis, David F. Marianne J, Supreme Crimson Leader. Thank you so much for your continued support. It is immensely appreciated. Of course, next live stream, next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my time, not your time. Maybe your time. I don't know where you live. Hope you guys had fun watching me draw this. I had a lot of fun drawing it and complaining and talking about what's going on just this week and in my life in general and trying out the new Kool-Aid. My throat is sore. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all, and bye-bye.